Hey guys, it's me, SimplyLink, and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Today we're going to be covering my own review with my friends on the mini expansion for the latest Shadowverse expansion, Academy of Ages. So there's two new cards for every class, including neutral. So let's get this started. You guys introduce yourselves.
Hello, I'm Conrex.
Toxx Productions here.
The other two.
I'm Charles. You can call me K. Whatever. You can choose either.
Is Francis
Hello,
joining?
mic work. Hello, everybody. I am the best Shadowverse player of all time, Francis. Source, just trust me, bro.
Wow.
Just trust.
Alright, so before we get into
Isn't
it,
Shadowverse a bad game though?
I mean, we say that about every game we play. I mean, not every, but
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
true.
Anyways, so before we get into it, let me ask you guys what's your favorite class. Quick, I'm a Runecraft main.
Portalcraft.
I am a
fuck up,
sortie
Connor.
at heart.
Sword at heart.
Get
I'm a
all
sortie at
this
heart.
bullshit.
Although Bloodcraft is
Stay
like
up.
creeping up to be one of my favorites, if not the favorite.
Just stay your class and shut up. Go.
No, fuck you. The best class of all time, Dragoncraft.
Is
Not wrong.
Dragoncraft.
He is not
I
wrong.
will
It's so
This is
wrong.
meta.
you.
He's not
You're
wrong
not
in this
wrong,
meta.
but
Discard meta. What the
Discard
fuck?
is Dragoncraft's only place to exist, my friend.
True. We believe in ramp and armed supremacy here.
You mean Ramp? You mean
Armed
Bahamut?
supremacy.
By
You mean
ramp, you
Baha?
mean Bahamut. I mean, he does like Baha, so can't
I
lie there.
do.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's
mean-
not dally too much. Okay. Let's start.
That's
So,
Yeah,
but
let's
just
do
a
it.
bit of context
Let's
before
try.
a bit of context before we start judging these. We're gonna judge these from 1 to 10, 10 being staple and meta, and 1 being absolute garbage, trash, and then anywhere in between can be either average or meme, which you can decide for yourself. So the first card is a Forestcraft legendary. It's a 10 cost 1/1 with the ability to accelerate 1, return an allied follower amulet to your hand, and then deal 3 damage to a random enemy follower. It has ward and gotcha on fanfare where it gains stats on your attack and defense on the other amount of other cards you played this turn. Not this turn, this match. And then it does a Yukishima effect divided between all enemies. So I'll just go first since I'm already speaking. I think this card's garbage on body, but I think it's okay on accelerate because airbound barrage is good. So I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. I don't have much to talk about it.
I give the card a 3 out of 10. I think the barrage accelerate and the burn effect of the evolve are the only two playable modes of this card whatsoever. The body itself on a 10 drop is just unplayable
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, I
what I-
kind of agree.
this is-
I'm gonna give it a
this
4
is-
out of 10
This is
because
what I feel
I
when I
haven't
see
been in
Batman.
Shadowverse in a while, but like having it be a 10 drop where turns usually go to turn like what 6 if I remember correctly. I
That's
don't
for
think that's a
unlimited.
good play.
Unlimited,
Well-
yeah. And on rotation, they do last until turn 10.
Sometimes.
Yeah, but even
give it a
then, I
something.
don't think that this
I
is
would
a
say
decent payoff.
Turn 8 in rotation is where like the game enders enter the play.
All right.
Yeah.
This is my
Mhm.
reaction when I see Passion of 4 Seasons. Why?
All right. You know
Why
what?
do you exist?
I'm gonna be devil's advocate. I think this is a solid card. Now, I believe that this card is a solid card. Yes, the body of a 10 drop, I do believe, does suck. But looking at it from a very similar game to this, it's Legends of Runeterra. It's a very before you all get my at, it is very similar. Look at you, comment section. I'm looking at you. The card effects like this, I do believe the main downside of it is that it is a 10 drop. If it was anything, I believe the card, but I think that is kind of necessary because if it was anything lower than a 10 drop, I believe the card would be too good. So I give it a solid 7 out of 10.
Right.
It's just
I love that.
All right, that's
Love
fair.
that.
That's
That's
fair.
right.
I call this a 5. It may bump up to 7 or 6, since next set Woodland Pest Control is rotating out, and there goes one of your only bosses left in
Yeah,
Terrace. Have fun.
Right.
This
Excellent.
card would be solid, and without that.
Alright,
Alright,
next
just
card.
straight out
Gold
the gate.
Swell.
Straight out
Call
the
of the.
gate. That's a
Okay,
zero.
shut up.
That's a
Okay.
zero.
Shut
Okay,
the
shut up.
fuck up.
Okay, so next
No.
card is Call of the Alpha, 5 cost gold. It is an Omnis retrain, kind of, not really, but an Okami retrain. So you bounce a follower or an amulet on your end to your hand, and then summon 2 Okamis and evolve them. And if you play this for Enhanced 8, you give them Storm. And just as a reminder, Okami is the old bronze 4/3/4 that evolves into 5/6, and when another follower comes into play, it gets 1 attack. So I give this card I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. I don't think it's trash. It's good Evo support, but I think 5 costs a little bit too much. Like I think maybe in the future once we lose more tools. No, even then it's like weird. I'm just gonna give it a 5 out of 10. I'm gonna give it an average. I don't think it's trash, but it's definitely we could have had better. In my
Or-
opinion.
I'm gonna agree with
Just
my good pal Link on this one. I will fucking stab you.
I would say I'm also there for 5 out of 10. I think if the base 5 cost mode of this was a little cheaper, it would be better because I think the enhanced 8 Fang is not bad because that's like 16 damage on 8 off of it.
Yeah.
To
It might be like a good game ender if you have like nothing else to play.
It's a good
But, like,
reach,
other
I
than
guess,
that-
if you had nothing else.
yeah.
I do think this card
Yeah.
shines more if we had Wisp in rotation,
Alright,
because we have no such thing
Yeah.
as Wisp in rotation.
yeah,
I feel
well,
like
yeah.
in Unlimited, this card, if it was cheaper, would be really solid though.
Yeah.
If it was
Yeah, but Forest doesn't exist in Unlimited.
see,
Well,
what if
Izumi
we
does.
made it exist? What if we
Izumi
made it?
exists.
What if
But
we
the-
made it?
Why is we can't
I
play
like
this?
that deck. I
Yeah.
like that deck.
What
So
is this?
Fair enough.
Anyways.
Alright, we'll give this
Yeah.
one a average to low. Sadly, not that great.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
Let's
I can
move.
I mean,
agree with
it's
that.
alright.
Yeah,
Okay.
this isn't really. No, okay, let's move on. Alright, that's Forestcraft.
Okay.
Next, we're moving on to Swordcraft.
Go
So,
Ooh,
the
let's
first
go.
reach,
Oh,
not the
this
first
card.
retrain, the second
Oh
retrain
my
of the set,
gosh, so many
Gawain.
rally effects.
Excuse me, guys. The second retrain of the
Sorry.
set, Gawain Ode to Glory, is a legendary 2/2/2. It has base rush, fanfare, rally 5, draw a card, rally 10, self evolve him, rally 15, gain storm, rally 20, gain bane, ward, and ding dong. And by ding dong, I mean can't be when it takes the first damage. You
Damage
can't take it.
shield.
Yeah, damage shield. Yeah. So I'm gonna give
Mhm.
this card in 7 or 8 out of 10. I think it's good. I think it's alright. It's not too flashy. It does the job done. It's kind of like a legendary bumpkin. That yeah.
Yes, everywhere the entire thing of the Shadowverse server, it's a legendary pumpkin.
That's what
Alright.
that's what it looks like to me.
Alright. Effect wise, I agree with you. Art wise, it's a 0 out of 10. Terrible artwork.
Why is
I
that?
say this
So
now.
you would have preferred if it was an anime girl with massive honk.
Yes.
No.
I did not. So all no, the
Wait,
Swordcraft doesn't have to have
I'm
that
sorry, I didn't say
future.
If it's not made Swordcraft, Francis doesn't like it.
Oh, no,
What do you
mean?
in general, I just think the art is quite boring. I'm being honest here. I think the art is quite boring.
I think this is a really fun effect.
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah,
I am a fan of rally, but also this can go into evolve. So like, I'm eating if I ever decide to ever get this card.
To be honest, if by the time you reach rally 15, just double twin blader and group face for 10, 20.
Yeah.
I was to say.
Victorious
So
Blader.
I was
Twin
to say.
Blader, 10 new card.
So yeah. I was like so. I give this card a 10 out of 10.
Oh.
10.
You give 10 out of 10 so
Perfect
easily.
score, huh?
I give
Okay,
this.
so what?
Let's not talk of each other.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, so my arguments for that is it. So has one of the most relevant sword traits at the moment with the officer trait in specific on this thing on it, and along with it's it's a two mana body with that already trades favorably with the rush. Will then eat with the rally 5 always like draw like have you ahead on advantage, and then it will freely evolve itself. And then you really only get to the difficulties of this fan at like rally 20, pretty much.
I don't think you
And
play
then-
this for
and then
rally
we're-
for anything other than rally 10 and 5, to be honest.
Yeah.
At most rally 10. You're not going rally 15.
Yeah.
So we're kind of
for me,
mixed
it's
on
8 or
this. Okay.
For me, it's 8 or 9. Because like, okay, Maximus into Advenant into this spicy. Oh my god!
It is, however,
Yeah.
on its own,
However,
it feels kind of
on its own, it's like mid. But like then again, Taketsumi is rotating out next set, so
true. But then
this
again,
might be
Taketsumi this does something different to this. So
it's a
is it really a
no.
replacement?
In its base, it's a 2 cost.
Yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough. But it's not a commander.
I know it's not a.
Oh yeah, by the
but
way, I
it's
forgot
not
to say
like
this is not a commander. This is an officer. He's always been
Well,
an
yeah,
I
officer.
mean, like, first off, we are talking about this in rally. This 100% won't be running commander.
Yeah, I would say, but the thing is, though, but officers matter more than commanders at the moment.
Fair enough.
Not really. No, not really. Mars.
We believe in
You don't run this
hero
in Mars.
supremacy.
You
No,
don't
you're
run this.
wrong. You're wrong,
You don't
and
run.
you're wrong.
You don't run this in Mars.
we
The two cost
rally
is
here.
too
We
precious.
rally. All right.
We rally.
I'm gonna. It's an
Rally
average.
only
It's a
rally.
good card, but you're probably not gonna play it past this rally turn. And then sword. Speaking of heroes, there's Swords Gold. Fighter's Fortitude. This is an anime spell, but it does nothing similar to the anime spell. So it gives +1 defense to all heroic
Classic
followers on your
card
field,
game syndrome.
and then deal 1 damage to all followers. I think this is a 0 out of 10. I hate this card. This is garbage.
This card.
Why does
This
this
card is
they should have
terrible.
given
This card
Yeah,
is
no, I don't.
terrible.
Storm one?
I don't
The
like
fight
this. I don't like
scene.
this. I don't think that this is good.
I would say needed to deal more damage. Like if this
To be
dealt,
fair, it
like,
is a
2
0
damage-
cost gold spell. I don't know.
Needed to be +1/+1.
I agree with
So
that.
true. So true.
Yeah, but it is a
well,
0
I would say-
cost spell. That's probably why this thing is so mid to me.
Yeah, I think it either need to actually give attack to your board or like actually be better at like clearing the
Or a
board
better idea.
off of
Better
it.
idea. Better idea. Replace this with one of the other gold followers that's inside the anime.
Or better idea, stop playing the mobile game and play Evolve. Like Side
you.
Games intended.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Okay,
I wanna
that's some
agree.
that's some
No, no.
heresy in my channel. Anyways,
I want to agree.
if for those who don't know what this thing did in the anime, it gave your 5 cost or higher follower you can't take 3 or more
Victorious
damage
later.
and then draw a card. So that was a lot better.
Yeah.
That is so much better.
Alright,
No,
now we're gonna end off
mean,
with Sword as a bummer because this thing is trash. I don't know. I won't be
Yeah.
convinced. No one can convince
See,
me.
this is why I'm trying
Yeah.
to switch to Bloodcraft.
Yes.
You
I mean,
play
Sword is still good.
Shadowverse
It's just this
still,
hard.
Smart man.
Alright,
Okay.
next
Well,
next
it's like
Sword is
I
still
love
fine.
Swordcraft, but like if it keeps like giving me non-bangers like this, then like the
You
vampires
just
are calling
got
my
a
name.
banger legend. Shut.
But guess what? I'm gonna have to pay 1,500 vials just to get that shit.
You mean your left kidney? You mean your left
Yeah.
kidney?
No, I am not trying to sell the only net that I have left
Oh
in
my
this game.
gosh. Alright, next class.
Whoa,
As a
YouTube.
move,
We're moving to the best
Runecraft.
class, Runecraft. So
Okay.
Okay,
That's
set-
Yo, Earthright, let's go.
Okay, so
Dirt
7
Rune Man.
So 7/6/6 legendary Golem Lord. He has an accelerate 1 Earthright, summon a clay golem, and then at the end of the turn put himself back into your hand. So it's like a renew Earthen Fist. And it has fanfare Earthright 3, summon 3 Guardian Golems, and then deal 6 damage to all enemy followers. And then at the end of the turn you deal damage to the enemy leader equal to the number of clay golems and guardian golems that have come into play into this match. I'm gonna give this guy
Next
a
card is.
I'm gonna give this. Okay, just to show, this is a clay golem, basic 2/2/2 bronze, guardian golem, 4/3/3 as ward. It's the basic golems. I think this card is 7 or 8 out of 10. I'm gonna give it like it has potential. Like if Dirt was more of a deck right now, this would definitely see play. It's a fun meme deck at the very least because it does work with the old Dirt stuff. It just gives them like a separate win con. But we did get a gold. We did get a mini gold last expansion, which spawned an ultimate clay golem, which doesn't really help this, but it showed that they were trying to go for this like golem gimmick, which is kind of weird, but like it's kind of cooking.
Golden
Not gonna
gimmick
lie,
that doesn't exist. Okay.
it kind of
Yeah,
it's
but
kind
I'll
of cooks.
say it's Minecraft, so you just have to.
Yeah,
make
of
them
course
go.
we love that. I stand Minecraft.
I would say, as Runecraft as a secondary class here, this is like an 8 or 9 out of 10. it's basically for Dirt Rune, like a sacred bird of wisdom, because the accelerated one is an insight for them to making the golem, and then that's a lot of burn damage and a board clear on 7.
And the anime card, the 6 cost silver, will reduce this by 6.
Yeah.
So this is technically 1 cost on turn
This card
7.
is great.
Yeah.
What do you say, Francis?
I say this card is a 9 out of 10. Like, holy. Why didn't Dragon get this much love before discard?
Actually, it
Because
did. They had Drazael, the most annoying 7 cost legendary in the
Yeah.
game right now.
Like I said before, discard.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, no
Yeah.
arguments there.
Like,
Yeah.
before discard, we had nothing.
To be fair, you had Infinite
Yeah.
Flame Dragon. You had an OTK in a card.
Yeah, we did issue that card, and that was a 15 mana OTK.
Mhm. Yeah.
And what about you,
Anyway.
Toxx and Kay?
I'd say that this is. I like this. This card seems really, really fun, and I'd say, yeah, definitely at least a 7 out of 10. I'd go with an 8.
See, the only hindsight complaint is that I'm surprised that just the base fanfare version of this does not go face. At this point, Shadowverse has taught me that just if it's all enemies, not enemy followers anymore. With these
Well, because
board
it has a second
effects.
effect. If it didn't have a second
Yeah,
effect,
the
it probably
See,
would
the
have.
second effect is what does it, but we're like in a world of Gallums and all
No,
that.
we don't. We don't go with the world of Gallums around here.
No
What
more-
about
no
what's
more
your
Gallums.
what's your verdict, Kay?
That's a 7 or 8, depends. I cope with Hysteria, Blood Rune, like I've always been.
I cope with.
Bro, I'm
You
not
said
even
Mysterious
coping
good
with Dirt
now.
Rune. I'm just kind of. It's kind of nice.
No, we
I
don't
like
run
it.
Hysteria. We run
Alright,
like
next to the goal.
fucking
He's
silver.
finally here. It took him 3 expansions, but he's finally here.
But he's-
Magical effing
he's here.
Bishop. Runecraft gold
here.
chest. 4-5-4-3-4.
Just.
He fanfare summons a magical pawn, and then when a chest follower comes into play, you deal 1 damage to all enemies, and then when he evolves, he summons another magical pawn. Now I think this card is, like 6 to 7 out of 10. I think it's mid. It's okay. It's not bad for sure, but I think
It's-
Queen is better, and it dilutes the pool for check to find King. And I just don't think this is what chess really needed after all the tools that it just got. So yeah, I'm gonna give this
is
a
mid,
mid.
This is mid.
Like, I mean,
This
maybe
is like
situational. Could go into situational, I guess.
I mean, to be honest, honestly, in both turns, like turn 4, it's better to just go to not knight. You go to rook, then trade stuff, then call knight, trade more stuff. Turn 5, queen, unga bunga, kill with king.
Yeah, I mean, I think I see this better being. I mean, I don't even see this being better going first because like the most value is when you spawn 2 pawns. Still the Evo.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we want to accelerate pawns for king, and queen just does that much faster, and also like
Yeah.
pluses.
Also, queen's a 2 cost.
Well, yeah, but I'm on like a 7 out of 10. I think the Cassium burning to face, and along with that as like a burn board clear to it.
But Cassium is 2 costs. This is 4.
Yeah. But
I do want to
this
say that it does
twice
kind of
automatically.
help into King's like OTK threshold, but it's like I feel like
Yeah.
it's too
It's
expensive.
minimal. It's so minimal.
What about you, Toxx and Francis? You should know what chess
I
is.
am not
Very
I'm not a big fan of chess. So like,
How
I don't
dare
really have
you? Did I give you too much PTSD?
The only chess
No.
I will accept is Pokemon chess.
Hell yeah. Anyway.
King's Labs.
Our
Anyways,
first chess
Uh,
dater.
6 out of 10
but
card.
I'd say like at least a 6 out of 10 in my opinion.
Did Francis say the
it-
same thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
It could be at least useful.
Yeah, I mean it could be used. I mean it's not garbage. Let's clear that in the air. But it's just like
Yeah, of
slow.
Why is there
Alright,
just
well,
fucking-
I mean Runecraft was kind of a hit or miss. I mean, it's okay.
Oh, no.
I mean, yeah, Mysteria's already good anyways, and Spellbook isn't anything with support, so let's move on. Next class is Dragoncraft, Francis's favorite. So,
Y'all need to shut up. This is my time to shine.
okay, do you want to narrate it?
Yes.
Okay, go on.
Unevolved Invocation. At the start of your turn, if this card is in your deck, it has at least 11 defense. Invoke the Tarrasque with the highest defense in your deck.
Oh, it's the Buff Dragon.
I like this.
Yeah, buff came back,
Rush
right? Yeah.
Ward Fanfare.
Yes, I love Buff Dragon. Buff Dragon is my favorite. Shut up.
I'm speaking here.
All right, then keep speaking.
Rush Ward Fanfare. Gain +0/+7. Deal 7 damage to the enemy leader. I would like to go first. This card's a solid 7 or 8 out of 10.
I do want to add, by the way, there is a card in Dragoncraft that you guys don't know because you were not around that lets you double your fanfares.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's kind of cool.
Okay, let me retract my previous statement. This card is a 10 out of 10. At least for the deck it's meant to be in. As the for the class as a whole, 7 out of 10.
Also the amulet that doubles your fanfare, it's a 7 cost.
This is a solid 10 out of 10 card for Defense Dragon. At least when I play Defense Dragon. One problem that I noticed is that you're relying a lot on your big defenses to really.
When you return this card into your deck with Joe and you don't draw.
Hey, I'm gonna need you to shut up.
Kay, this is not academic, so you can't even return everything.
That's why I say you don't.
But I do want to say though, glad you're happy about it. But Buff Dragon doesn't really rely on his big defenses anymore. It's just kind of like a lot of burn.
I'm saying that's what you specify with when I played it.
So
this 8 on base or 10 on Evo body that either becomes an 8/8 or a 10/10 that also deals 7 to the enemy leader and invokes itself. I believe this card for the deck is a 10 out of 10.
I would say this card, in contrast to you, is a 6 out of 10. I think this is not what Buff needed, to be honest. But I mean, it's a meme card to me, as Kay would say. I'm not gonna add more. It's not bad. It's just kind of a meme to me.
They put the hecking Tarrasque in Shadowverse. I don't know what's not good about that.
No.
Anyway.
I would say to me it's like in the middle of like a 7 or an 8. So I think it's at worst it's a free an 8/11 body on turn 8 or whatever
Oh no, it's gonna be bigger than that.
It's not turn 8, by the way. This is the ramp class. It's not turn 8.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about. But I assume you'll ramp up to 8 very quickly. But I assume it'll take about a turn later than you're ramping to actually ramp this to 11 defense. If you're playing a defense, at least 1 or 2 defense buff spells per turn.
You mean the entire deck?
Then it's going to be an 8/11 then, because there's a lot of things that just say, hey, give everything in the deck +0 +1. So I'd say that's going to at least be an 8.
I would say, do we have something on the curve that's +0 +4?
Yeah, there's a 1 cost, a 2 cost, a. I'm pretty sure that's all of it. There's most of them are. There's a 1 cost +0 +1. Yeah, there's just 1 cost.
There is.
Yeah, there's multiple things I remember just give.
I know we have a million +0 +1 effects, but to me you're going to take a bunch of those to actually get that to that. To me, for this to be fast, you need a plus 4 defense effect or a really. Yeah,
we have a +2, but
that's a drop. That's a
I think this thing to be faster would be just need higher defense buffers themselves, because I think it's very easy to do, but I think you're not going to get very much higher than the 8/11 on a kind of a medium thing. This thing's not going to come out fast off of that invocation. That fanfare is really good because you'll have an 8/20 body or something that dealt 7 to the opponents.
Invoke this, drop Joe, Evo Joe, and then Storm.
Yeah, this does just make Joe online. Yeah. And just for the people that are Francis and Toxx, really, Joe is the newest Buff Dragon win con, and he's a 5 cost card that if your field has a total defense of 20 or higher, including himself, when you play him, you deal 5 damage to the board and the face. And when you evolve him, if he has at least like 9 defense, I think, or something like that.
No, it was
He
12. It was
12 defense. He deals 7 damage to the face. So he's like 12
Yeah,
damage
so-
in one card.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so like I think for the rotation, like this is a very good thing and joke. And I also think this alone makes like Buff Dragon like a decent like very like kind of meme, but I think a little bit higher than meme, probably like less than Dirt Rune of like unlimited. Like you could probably play Buff Dragon and unlimited with some level of success now.
No.
Like
Anyways,
Ha-
next card.
And QK, you never said your piece.
It's a 6. Anyways, next card.
Anyways, next card. It's your time to shine,
Alright.
Francis.
Alright, broken card time.
Armor,
Let's go.
alright, yeah. Armor Burst is a 2-drop gold spell with arm. Return an allied armed unit follower to your hand and subtract its cost from by 1 till the end of turn. Okay. Put a dragonic weapon into your hand.
So this is a draconic weapon because I don't think I've ever seen that. Just a reminder.
yeah.
So you turn anything into an arm follower if it's not already an arm follower.
And then
Yeah.
you bounce.
I think the
Yeah.
best thing to
Don't
pair this
turn
with
an
is
arm-
Freya.
Yes.
Freya, then just drop Freya.
So I'll rate this real quick.
Turn an allied armed follower to your hand in order to create the weapon.
No.
It's
no,
to accelerate your quest. So arms
Yeah.
quest in the game is you need 4 arms to lead play, or 4 arm
Left.
followers to lead play. So bouncing them
No,
counts as leading play.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay,
rate this card
continue.
real quick. I think this card is an 8 out of 10. I think it's really good. I think most people are kind of sleeping on this. It's like not that bad in my opinion, and like you can do so many like nice combos. It's kind of niche. Like it's not a staple, but it's like an option, and I like it like that.
Lord, Hammer
Also-
Dragon Unit, my
also,
favorite.
What I hate
combo.
about is like if you, and this is probably the most niche situation ever, is if you play Forte and she lives and then you attack with her again and then you bounce it with this, play with her again. My nightmares.
I mean, I don't. Wait, isn't the recover three play points the second part, not the first one?
It's the first part.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's a loop. Well, that's a loop.
So what
Oh.
what else do we think of this card?
This is an 8. Fuck arm. I always hated arm, but fuck arm even more.
I'm gonna give this a solid 7 out of 10. It's a good card.
I'd say I'd just go with an 8 out of 10 because
My only
I'm
complaint
not
is
really not really too keen on armed.
my only complaint is that I wish it was kind of more like the anime where it would put back the Levantine Dragon, but I don't want Levantine Dragon to keep existing, so I'm fine with this.
See, but
Okay.
I want more Levantine.
Next card, we had a
No, the
friend
thing is-
here that was supposed to be in the review, but he could not make it. This is his favorite card of the expansion, Resurrection Lord.
yeah.
It's from
Lord of
Lord-
Resurrection.
Lord of Resurrection. Please get the name right.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
mhm.
English translations. So 6 cost,
Yeah.
3/6 legendary. That evolves into a 5/8, and she has Fanfare, Reanimate 3, and then whenever an allied follower is summoned with Reanimate, you can spend Necromancy 6 to give it Storm. Evolve, you do it again. So this is meant to be paired with her card called Soul Sniper, which is when it enters play, it deals 2 damage to all enemy followers. And so basically this card, and it has
No,
it
not
has
all enemy followers. It's everything.
sorry, all enemies, all
All
enemies.
enemies.
And then it has a
Yeah.
3 attack stat, so this is basically like 10 damage in one card. I like this card in both design. I think it has the most beautiful design in all of most Shadow cards, and I like her gimmick. So I'm gonna give her a 10 out of 10 just for like biasness. But if we're talking about competitiveness, it's 7 out of 10 or 6 out of 10 even because
Yeah.
it's kind of meme right now.
Reanimate doesn't exist yet.
I mean, it can exist. It's just very high roll. It's just-
As someone
called-
who used a secondary shadow, am I allowed to chime in? Sorry for
Yep,
interrupting
go on.
you guys.
I'm done. Go on.
I don't know how to say this. No offense to our friend, but I think this card's like a 4 out of 10. I think this card's terrible. I believe at this point in time, I do believe that she has potential, but I am not doing my ratings of in the future. I am doing my ratings of in the now.
Fair.
In the now, this card is. I know we give meme cards like a 5 out of 10, but like, I think this is worse than the other meme cards. I think it's a decent generic, but I don't know the current state of Rotation Shadow. I will preface this with that.
Rotation Shadow is apparently meta, but
It's
only
just all
burial,
Bureau,
right? Burial,
Yeah,
right?
then
It's all
this card
Bureau, right?
doesn't really. This card does not feel like it has a home to actually make an impact on the rotation. Unlimited, I know this card will do jack shit.
Yeah.
So I will rate. I feel like I'm being generous with this rating, but I think a 4 out of 10 is the only.
You know, I like
the only way
it.
to
It's
put it.
competitive realism. What about you? What about you guys?
I'm with Francis on like a 4 out of 4 or 5 out of 10. I think the numbers are too high. Like to me, like what this card I think wants to be is a much more middle of the game, very workhorse value card rather than any type of real finisher to it. And I think by it being a 6 cost and having the Necromancy of 8,
Necromancy 6.
6, Necromancy 6, I think those are just too high values. Like if one of those, especially the mana cost, was pulled back a bit to like a 5 or something, to where it could really like value the mid game would be a much better card. But I think it's a little too expensive for competitive usage at the moment.
No, guys, you know how to make this card better?
Yeah.
Just take the enemy one.
But the anime one is the
Or
same.
can we just put in a clickbait YouTube video that will get a bunch of people spending useless files?
You know what? That's what my channel is for. Don't worry. I'll be covering this in a future video.
If it's the enemy one, Fanfare, Strike, Evil, Start of Turn.
There's a lot of activation in the anime.
This card will be good.
I will say
Also-
though,
also if it-
I will be
if it-
covering this deck in a future video. Don't you worry about that, guys. This meme will
This
make
guy's
it to the light of day.
Advertisement.
This guy's also coping.
Yeah.
I'm the guy here coping even more because I'm gonna try Legendary Sword only. Like
Hey, it's my
only legendary.
channel. Next card.
Okay.
This next card is
You're
meme. I don't
recording yourself,
I don't even have to say it. This card's meta. Spectral
Meta.
Stomp,
This
1
card is
TP
meta.
gold,
Definitely.
burial
This
right,
card
draw.
is
Then if you
awesome.
burial right twice, you draw another. So yeah,
Yeah,
10
this
out of
card
10
is
meta.
really
By the
good.
way.
I'll
Include
say
this
the-
card, by the way. So if you
Yeah,
build right,
This will
second
definitely
time
be
with this
included in
card, you
Unlimited
draw-
Burial Right too, which is a really good
I would
shadow
say
deck
that
in Unlimited as well.
I would say this is 10 out of 10.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
card here.
Why-
Like
okay. Why the Shadow has
This
6
just
draw
says
tools?
draw 2 cards.
yeah,
Why
I
the
mean,
Shadow has now unlimited 6 draw tools?
yeah.
I think this
Yeah, this
replaces
card's crazy.
I think this replaces Death Mistress. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'm a little off, but Death Mistress is 2 PP Burial Right, which is like not what I want. So
Yeah.
it might replace it, but we're not gonna spend more time on this. This is 10 out of 10. There's no need to explain Burial Right's
Now,
meta.
next.
Yeah,
Draw 2
nice.
cards
What's
next.
for the cringe clan? The cringe clan.
Bloodcraft.
Let's go, Bloodcraft.
So Damnation Portal 4/8, and it evolves into the same stats. It has a Fanfare Enhance 8 Self Evolve, and it can't be evolved using evolution points. And at the end of the turn, if Vengeance, Avarice, and Wrath are active for you, you evolve it. And then when it evolves, it deals 8 damage to all followers, including yourself, including your own. And then last words, if it dies, last words, yeah. At the start of your next turn, put one of the highest cost followers from your deck into your hand, and reduce it to and change its cost to 0. Now, before we start judging this, I'm gonna just show the next card immediately. Next card is Devilish Matador. It's an 8 cost 7/7 Bloodcraft gold with an accelerate to deal 3 damage to a random enemy follower and then draw a card. And then on its body, it's a ward that changes both players' maximum defense to 7 and then restores their defense to 6. So it basically just changes your defense to 6 and your opponent.
No.
So this is what this
Alright,
portal is
if you
supposed to do.
If you change it to 7, you change to 7,
It
then you
changes
default
7, then it heals 6 defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is
okay.
these two are supposed to be paired together, I believe.
As a
That is a
blooding,
lie, no. We run this with Lord of Devastation.
yeah, about to
No.
say, isn't that
Yeah,
card
yeah.
literally says activate all the Bloodcraft keywords?
Actually, no, you can, because you can do a Wrath can activate as early as turn 4, and then turn
Yeah.
5 walks. Have fun.
No, because
Yeah,
I think
so
the
the
idea here
Vengeance-
is that
Vengeance is
once
easy.
I think the idea here is once you get her, you then pair it with like I don't know something like literally all of Blood's like ways to win, like Mania, lethal, everything else is lethal alone.
I would say you're gonna drop a 0 mana like Bloodcraft Legend win con on it as well. Like,
Yeah, I say I like this card a lot. Like
I
these
say this
two
card's
cards paired
meme.
together. It's not a
This
meme.
card-
Nah, this card ain't a meme.
I mean, it's not beating the meta deck, so
Yeah, it's not beating the meta decks, but like I feel like it's at least a decent rogue option.
You think it's potential?
Yeah.
I would say this is Pazuzu
As-
support, but I think the portal isn't. This card is Pazuzu support though. I like
I would
Pazuzu.
say- I'm gonna throw my hat into the ring for the portal, if you don't mind
Yeah.
going back to it.
yeah,
What does that mean?
I'm going to give my opinion.
Okay, go on.
yeah.
I thought Lord of Resurrection. I thought Lord of Resurrection couldn't be topped as the worst meme card in this set. Holy crap!
I disagree with you.
I think it's better than Lord. I think
I
it's
think
better
it's better than
Lord
Resurrection.
of
I
Resurrection.
I don't know. I think Lord of Resurrection is
Can
more
you go
meme.
back? I need to read. Just want to make sure of something before I
Yeah, go on.
stand on my take.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Like-
you can evolve it without activating all the keywords. Okay.
Yeah, on
never
it, but on
mind.
Yeah.
8.
It's like
But
a
it, but
6
it,
out of 10.
yeah.
This
but it
card
is
has
on
potential.
But it is on 8. That's pretty.
It's an 8 on a 6 drop. I don't believe it's that much of a difference.
Also,
Considering it's a
also,
4 nuke,
also
so
with
he
the,
already
also,
buys you a turn.
yeah, also with the tools that that Blood has right now, might still be able to activate it at turn 6.
You can actually
I
activate all of these
guess-
turn 6. If you activate Wrath on
Yeah.
by turn 5 and then play Waltz on turn 5 as well, you activate all of these keywords by turn 6, which is when you drop this guy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really
So yeah,
It's a six.
I'd say this is like a good 7 out of 10. I
I'm
don't
gonna
think it's
I'm gonna
be,
give
like,
this
meta
I'm gonna
contention.
give this a 5
like-
out of 10 for meme, and I'm gonna give this
Matador.
I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10 for Pazuzu. I love Pazuzu.
Matador is I'd say a 7 out of 10. I'd agree
The
with that.
Axel's good enough
Yeah.
to me.
I would say.
Accelerate's great
I-
enough.
I was to say, I think the portal's around at about a 6 out of 10. I think like you can do it. I think just the consistency to do all that on 6 it could be better, especially in like rotation. But I don't know. Matador, I think, is like also like a 6. Like the accelerate's pretty good, but I think you have way better fanfare win cons.
Probably
Cons
you
to
do.
try.
You do. I think it's
Yeah.
that's what I say. Meme.
I think the idea is like you play this, then fuse with Doomlord, because you have Vengeance
No,
activated.
bro, this is Volteo support. Get with the times. Anyways.
Now go fuck yourself. Your Volteos.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I was about to compare
I like
Portal to
Volteo.
Volteo.
Alright
to
guys.
Volteo.
Alright guys.
Next,
Yes,
I'll
my-
let Link speak.
Okay, my second favorite
Hmm.
class, Havencraft, Garuda Winged Radiant, 666. That's not a very good number. Not in like stat wise, just in religious. Anyways, the legendary crystallize 1, countdown 1, last word draw card, already good. Fanfare,
Yeah.
change the cost of a Havencraft amulet to from your hand to 0 for the turn, and then give it fanfare. Deal damage to a random enemy follower, and then the enemy leader equal to that card's cost, and then destroy the amulet. So I think this card is 10 out of 10. It does everything it wants to do right. I think the only thing it really lacks is that it could be a bit cheaper, like 5 costs, but 6 costs is not bad. I've seen the amulets it can be paired with, and it's pretty good damage. And it gives Crystallize that not only more consistent Crystallize that we were missing because of last expansion's like rotation,
Yeah.
but also it's an extra reach because we don't have Yield Elise anymore.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Also because of this, yeah, Crystalline now exists in ladder. Oh no.
And this makes Unariel tempo even better now.
Yes,
Yeah.
my favorite deck Unariel.
Alright.
I mean,
I'm the biggest Havencraft hater in the known universe.
Alright,
Yeah.
just gonna give it a 0 out of 10. Okay, move on.
No, but I can't deny that this card is holy.
Bonkers.
yeah, that card's
Like,
pretty good, isn't it? No.
The closest comparison to I can make in my experience, though it's a very loose one, is Skullfane.
That's
Yeah,
the
I
thing.
mean,
You play this in the same deck as Skull.
There's actually a skull. There's
that's
actually a
the
new
thing.
skull thing. I don't know if you know this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes
I
sense.
was
Yeah, but this card is ridiculous. Like I can't. This
Bro.
card's 10 out of 10. I can't say anything else about
I
it.
think
Yeah.
it's really good. I have high hopes for it.
Yeah, bro, I'm ready to bring back the like this card didn't with Crystallize and rotation and all that's great, but I'm so ready to bring back the I'm trying to remember the Dr. Silver Velsar legend in Unlimited that got nerfed.
Jadalin. Jadelan.
Yeah, Jalen back with
The busted ass
back with
card.
the
Yeah, I have to agree.
Bro, I know you guys are thinking in Unlimited when I see this going in.
Where?
what?
Havenfire!
Yeah, that's
No,
that's Amulet Haven. That's
no,
Jadelan.
not again.
Yeah,
Not
that's
again.
Jadelan.
Anything. Not again.
Yeah.
Havenfire!
Havenfire.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Next card.
So this
Oh wait,
I
sorry.
think opens. I think a cool fans is like I think we have a couple of those, but I think this gets better and opens more for like amulets that are more expensive on the front.
You know where this goes for me?
side.
This goes into Lapis, I
Yeah.
think. Pretty sure this goes into
Yeah.
Lapis.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Next card. Azurite
Mhm.
Maiden. Ward 1/2 gold. If you play at least 5 cards using their crystallized effect, restore 3 defense to your leader and draw a card. Enhance 8, summon 2 Bejeweled Tortoise and give them Storm and Ward and evolve them. And Bejeweled Tortoise are 3/5, turning into 5/7. I think this card is pretty good. I don't think it's staple, but it's like pretty. I give it a 7 or 8 out of 10.
I
It's
mean,
nice.
honestly, in Crystallize having a heal 3 on 1 cost.
Yeah, we do lack heal because we like do nothing in the early game
Yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah.
This card's bonkers.
I don't think you're ever gonna play this for enhance 8 unless you have no other options.
No, yeah, being a 1 cost heal 3, it's so stupid
Yeah,
already.
thing is, it has that possibility. How I put it, it's like you compare this to another just card that just says heal 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this card which is heal 3 and enhance 8.
Yep, and
Yeah.
it draws
It's
too.
less of you're ever going to resolve it, more of the fact that you have that utility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes that card bonkers. Makes this card bonkers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, I think Crystallize can achieve Crystallize 5 by like turn 3, so this
Not
needs to be
turn
active
3.
turn 4.
Like turn 4. We do it turn 4.
This is still a crazy card. I say.
I gave it an 8 or 8 or 9. Same with you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like all that. Like it is also a 1 mana ward follower as well.
You know what I
Well,
really want to
like-
try in Unlimited? Crystallize Haven.
What?
It's like all the people just
Yeah.
play Summit Haven, and I think that's boring. I think
Yeah.
Summit Haven is boring. But I think
Guys,
so far Haven is like really good down to the final, not final class, but not the final card.
Alright, Francis, you think that Resurrection, Lord Resurrection was the worst green card? Behold.
I'll let Connor narrate this as the portal player.
Okay.
Narrate this.
So yeah. So Pandora Plague Giver. She's an 8 mana 8/8 with Fanfare. Give -8/8 to all enemy followers. She can't be targeted by enemy effects or attacked. And then she has the evolve effect where she changed the enemy leader's maximum defense to 8. But if you have at least 2 cards in your deck, you banish all of your cards and until you have 1 left. And she still keeps the same. Can't be targeted or attacked.
Wow.
I'm gonna give this a
This
meme. This is super meme.
This is.
But if the game gets like slower than where we are now, I would give this like really good potential. But so far it's a meme.
See, but that's the thing. I'm about to play devil's advocate again.
Okay.
Oh god, y'all about.
Wait, Toxx, I haven't heard you in a while.
Me for this later.
Toxx, I haven't heard.
You can roast me for this
Oh,
later.
sorry. Was I on mute? But basically,
Yeah.
I don't really have like strong feelings towards this card. Really, like it looks good, but like from what I play in Shadowverse, I feel like it's a little bit too fast of a game to play.
That's what I think. That's what I think too. I think it's too slow.
See, there's the thing is, I think who the hell said that? And his whole. You thought this was a worse meme card than Lord of Resurrection?
Yeah.
I believe that this man is a dumb idiot.
Okay.
I believe that this card is a 6 out of 10. I'm gonna say it now.
Okay.
As you guys said, the only thing holding this card back is the game is too fast. But we already the fact that this is a rotate. As of right, if we're talking about the now, I say 5 out of 10. Because there are those rare games, there are those rare moments where games go past turn 8. And having a board wipe that does how I see this is in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Turn. I see this as a Black Rose Dragon. This card buys you another turn. Do I think it's a staple? Hell no. Do I see it as maybe a 1 of tech?
Probably, yeah.
Definitely.
Could be, yeah.
That's
Well,
why I give it a solid 5 out of 10.
I agree a bit. But we come with so here's to me one positive, one negative with it is that when this does land on 8, it will more clear. You'll probably have a turn, and because it can't be targeted by enemy effects, Solano if it can't be attacked, pretty much, and on an 8 health body, basically the opponent can't remove it from hitting them as they're now at 8 off of the Fane. With it, however, I think the problem is because now you're like you buy your turn, but now on your next one you have to win, or you'll just die off of that. And because you're in Portalcraft, which can't ramp itself up to 8, like if this was in Dragon, this would be really good.
No,
But
if this was in Dragon, yeah, they have a second draw cell. God damn.
yeah, but because this is in Portal, which does have like the least amount of ramping capabilities.
I will say Metatron
I
is still
think
in the game. Or I mean, in rotation.
Yeah, I would say we do have Metatron, so I think like this is stuck at like 5 or 6 out of 10 on
This
it.
is me.
I think this
Yeah.
card has loads of potential.
It
I
depends whether
just need to wait for the right format to happen.
If it was like 7 mana, like if it was literally like just one less, I think it would hit the perfect curve it needs to be
And
to the
now,
game speed.
I also have to say something. The art is a 0 out of 10, specifically because of the allegations.
What allegations?
It's a lolly.
Shadowverse players
Is it?
are
I thought he was a.
reacting.
I thought he
Yeah.
was a grown woman. Not gonna lie.
No.
I don't see
I
it
would
very
have to say
well.
this is memes like the one
I
off
should be saying half the things I'm saying on YouTube.
control.
That's okay.
So,
Control my playlist as a 2 or 3.
Probably one. Not gonna lie.
Dimension
Next one is
Crack.
Dimension Crack. It's a. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Oh
Connor,
my-
go on.
Connor,
Yeah.
go.
It's your card.
Yeah, so Dimension Crack, it's a 0 mana spell, and you get to choose two of the following cards, and you add 2 copies of each of them to your deck, being either Airstrike Artifact, Keen Edge Artifact, Analyzing Artifact, or Ancient Artifact. With Enhanced 7, it summons them instead.
So this is
Oh my god,
Airstrike.
guys, look,
Is Storm and Last Word deal 2. Analyzing is the basic Last Word draw card. Ancient is the 3/1 rush. And Keen Edge is the 3/4 rush with Drain that Vermidea spawns.
oh my god, look, Connor,
So-
it's enhanced support. It's enhanced support.
Enhance
Also,
and technically artifact? Maybe?
I think.
All I gotta say is
Yeah.
it's just Obama calling drone strikes in. But
Alright.
I don't think artifact even exists as a effect now in rotation.
Yeah, see, that's
yeah,
this card is mid as hell.
Well,
But
I will add
Oh,
fantasy. You don't know what we don't know what a Highlander is in. I mean, Condemned Portal is. But it's
I know
a.
what it is.
Oh, you know what it is? It's a. Yeah. But it basically makes every enhance only 2 costs because you gain like
Yeah.
fate
This
points equals
card is
-2.
insane. Never mind. This card is stupid.
I like how I told them Jack, and you're like,
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
yeah, because everybody just needs the right
Yeah.
context.
This
The card can be
card was
good.
a 10 out of 10, but oh boy, I was wrong.
I think
Yeah,
this
so-
card, in terms of artifacts, is a like I'm talking unlimited because artifact doesn't exist in rotation. Unlimited, I think this is probably not gonna be used. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Leon, I
I
disagree.
I think in Unlimited, you would probably want to fit in like a copy, like you're not or 2, like it just because like
This is a 2.
getting Airstrike Artifact is like a very hard artifact to get into your like pool, but it is a very good one to have in your pool for like the
Just the
end game.
name
So
and the
having
names.
yeah. It's like Airstrike Artifact is the hardest name to have in your pool, and then but I think for the enhanced Fang, like it's pretty good because especially like on that end, like getting like double Airstrike and double Keen Edge is really good.
Double
That's-
airstrike, double keenage, then just let modesty do its thing.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
say an artifact.
Yeah.
This is a 6 out of 10 as a tech card because for me personally.
And
And then for
I'm
Enhanced
so-
Portal, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 because it's really bonkers, and it also it gives you that turn 7 play before you play Judith because Judith is now 8 enhanced. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's
I'm just gonna give it just a decent like 7. Like
like middle of
This
the
is
road.
an
Yeah.
8 on 9.
it's
This is 8 on
good.
9.
It's good, but like
This
it's like
card
very specific.
This card is a 10 out of 10. I'm having PTSD from Genesis artifact skittles.
I mean, like, just kick it down one because you can run. You kick it down one because this is only a one. It's a one-off in the deck. So
See, the thing is, it doesn't matter if especially unlimited. This is the format where what's her
no, we're
name?
we're talking about
Emperor,
rotation.
the one card that's a mulligan.
Omniscient Kaiser.
Yeah.
Omniscient Kaiser is in the format. It doesn't matter. This card is. It doesn't matter if it's a one of or not. You're gonna see it. I'm not playing unlimited because of you people. And this
Listen,
card,
I just said this is a tech card. I never said this was.
this is not a tech card. This is a card of all time.
To me, I think its biggest competition of an unlimited, why it won't probably ever go higher than like a 1-up at the moment, is just because of fabrication. No,
its 5 doesn't go past a 1-of. You just see it anyways because that unlimited.
You know the best part about this is that as long as
draw.
you have a mobilized factory or augmentation, you can play the enhanced and
that's
still get 40.
game 4.
Very end game.
Bro, augmentation bestowed directly into this on enhanced 7, and then you already have the leader effect of
Absolute modesty.
Stay on the board.
Instant dead.
Connor, no. You have factory on field, then you have your artifacts can call something, and then just use it times 7, gain 4 play point, draw 4.
Yeah.
I think this card is like. I'm just gonna retract my statement and say it's a win board now instead of attack. Well, let's move on to that.
This card's pretty good.
It's pretty okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the last one, which is neutral. So, first card is Mikael. He's a legendary 2/3/1 with rush and invocation. If you have rally 10 at the start of your turn, you invoke him and then restore 2 defense to your leader. I think this card is mid, but with the lack of healing in rotation right now, I have the benefit of the doubt that it's probably still gonna be rare.
This is a 6 or 7 for me. The only 2 decks that will run this is Rally Sword and Puppets.
I think Burial Right can probably run.
You're not running this in Zero Right. You're not running.
No, I think Burial Right can run this. I think you might.
Yeah, but might only, but I don't think it's worth.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I think it's about like just at best a 6 out of 10.
I mean, at least it's not a brick in your hand. Like most invocations usually are bricks in your hand, but this one isn't. At least. But I think this is only ran because of our scarcity of healing right now, and like just the 2 defense heal would be so nice to have. I guess. I'm not lying. It is very scarce right now.
Alright, next cards.
I like how we're just skimming through it, like just all saying cards.
No, I can't say that, or else I'm gonna get Link's channel canceled. Never mind. Continue.
Yeah.
I think it's okay. I'm not gonna say bad. I'm just saying it's okay.
It's terrible. Garbage. 0 out of 10.
5 out of 10. 6 out of 10.
0.
Last card, Booming Dancer. This is my favorite card. For this mini expansion, I believe so. 2/2/1, and evolves into 4/3/1. Fanfare. Any evolved followers are in play. Evolve this followers, and then evolve this follower, and then last first draw card. It's a cheaper dog effective, and I was playing Ginger Rune the start of this expansion. I was waiting for more Evo support, so this is 10 out of 10 for me. It's effective, and it's a cycle.
I like evolve, so like.
Yeah. I was gonna say this is probably one of the best Evo support cards we have
in a while.
Yeah, this card's pretty good.
I think that concludes everything. Yeah, it's kind of sad that we ended really fast on the neutral ends. Like we were just like not that impressed.
I think we all agreed that like the best selection of cards came from Runecraft, Dragoncraft, Bloodcraft, and Dragoncraft and Havencraft. All had very good cards.
Yeah, but I think the winner of this is definitely Havencraft. The quality is just really nice.
Yeah, Haven wins, but Dragoncraft is Okay, so I think that does end today's card review. So thank